These two behaviors are keeping you broke in 2025, and this is the video to help you stop it. Let's talk about it. Number one, you avoid the phone. As an agent, I understand that we have many different tools now that allow us to generate interest, to generate appointments and things of that nature. But the tried and true method of actually stepping up our game and actually improving our ability as professionals in this space is never going to not involve the telephone. So, even more specifically, your phone prospecting. Yes, there are plenty of leads that you can get from Facebook leads. There are plenty of individuals that you can send out a text message to, but eventually you have to pick up the phone. And those who immediately say yes, that's great. That's gravy. And yes, if you spend enough capital, your own capital, to invest in some of those systems, you can develop a pipeline of individuals who are ready to go. That is very possible. But what I'm trying to tell you is that most people who depend on systems that way without developing their phone skills, their phone etiquette, and the ability to sell over the phone, they don't last long in this business. That's just a fact. And that is what's going to keep you broke. Avoiding doing the hard things because you want to do something else or you don't feel comfortable with it. You are not comfortable being uncomfortable or simply because you don't know if you have the ability. So if you are in the position where you can hire someone to do that, great. But I'm telling you now, for someone who's hired VAs, for someone who spent money on those things, I never had the same success unless I actually was really good at doing it myself. Therefore, I can actually train, critique, and be able to help them articulate the message that I wanted them to get across. That didn't happen unless I did it first. And so don't jump the gun. Don't try to depend on all these different tools to hide behind the fact that you can't do it. Go out there and do it. In fact, challenge yourself to actually make it a practice to hit the phones every single day, every work day, every day that you're working at least, for at least 30 minutes to an hour. That in itself, just doing that one thing is going to help change your business. It's going to give you more opportunity. So if you're someone right now who spends very little time doing it, automatically by increasing your activity, you're going to see success. It's not going to happen when you think it is, though. I give you case in point. I had a call session before I actually made this video, and it took me an hour and 10 minutes to get my first appointment. But after I got my first appointment, it took me 20 minutes to get my next two. So in an hour and 30 minutes, I booked three appointments with individuals who were ready to go. I had full conversations with them. They know what we're meeting on. I know what their need is. We've already broken down a rapport. I have set myself up for a good 80% chance of closing these individuals when I meet them. That is not something I can do in a text message. I could generate interest. They could say yes. But all the information that I was able to gather and things of that nature only happened on a phone call. So now that when we finally meet, and we're going to meet via Zoom, I now set myself up for success. So I'm not here to say don't do text messaging. I'm not here to say don't do Google Ads. I'm not here to say don't use the plethora of tools that are available to you to have success in 2025. What I am telling you is stop neglecting the age old, the end all be all when it comes to actually sales, and that's picking up the phone and actually talking to people. If you're an agent selling, especially selling final expense, getting on the phones is going to change your business. If you're new and you have call reluctance, getting on the phone is going to change your business. If you are someone who's hit a hard place in your business, I'm guaranteeing that it's because you, in some way, shape, or form, your prospecting suffered and you avoided getting on the phone to change your business. I think I've said it enough at this particular point, but I'm not speaking out of someone who didn't do it. I've made these same mistakes, and that's why I'm so big on it now because that is going to absolutely change your life. And it's number two. I'm gonna let you go. It's probably something you didn't need to know, but you need to know anyway. I'm gonna give it to you. Time wasters. Stop trying to look busy. Actually, be busy. A lot of times we feel ourselves, especially when we got a low pipeline. By the way, if your pipeline is lean and you have nowhere to go, nothing else matters. That's how you keep yourself fed. That's how you keep your families fed. That pipeline needs to be stacked. And it's not always, again, not always going to happen through your Google Leads. It's not going to always happen through all these other things. Sometimes you have to go out there and get it out the mud. So make sure you have a stacked pipeline. But even with that, stop trying to look busy. Stop trying to do all the extra stuff to make yourself look better online when you're just now getting started or you're trying to get your business back on track. You need to sit there, simmer down, block all of those things out, and actually do the work. Get to the grind. And then as you start to get back in the rhythm, if you're restarting, or as you start finding your rhythm, if you're someone who's just starting in this business, then you could start adding all these other things because you do have to have an online presence. I'm not going to lie. Part of the reason why I'm even starting this channel is not only to help others because we run a business that absolutely helps agents and things of that nature, but it's also to make sure that we have an online presence so people know who we are. Ambiguity is the death to a lot of business. So I'm not discrediting that, but there is a balance. And you have to know when it's time to put the feet to the pavement and when it's time to put the pedal to the metal and when it's time to work on all those ancillary things. If you're in a cash strap situation and you need to make money soon, you have to do things that are going to help you get money soon while then setting yourself up to eventually address the things that help you make money later. That is, and some people are going to disagree. I don't care. I've done it several times. I'm gonna sit here and make this video, and some of you are gonna watch this video, hear me talk about it, say I'm absolutely right, and still go out and do it and be like, I probably shouldn't have did that. It's human nature. Eventually, we will get it together as we learn more, as we get more discipline and focus on our goal and purpose. But at this time, if you're listening to this video and this is resonating with you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's not kid ourselves. You know exactly what we're talking about. And so those are the two things that are going to absolutely turn your business around. And if you avoid those things, if you avoid not having phone reluctance, call reluctance, and actually prospecting, and just literally prospecting, you're going to make money in this business. If you don't, you're going to be broke in 2025. It just is what it is. You put the work in, you put hard work in, you should reap the rewards. You don't cry when you don't get the reward. And stop trying to look busy. Be busy. Actually, be busy. You just got your license. You're there. Maybe you got recruited, and you have to. I was that. Just got licensed. Remember, I got my Series 6. I thought I was doing it. Wanted to come out. Wanted to set myself up. No, don't look the part. Be be. Those are the two tips right now. Come back, come back later. We may have some more, but those are the two tips that I've found that really helped me, especially anytime I found myself in a rut. Double checking my prospect and then making sure I was eliminating all the busy work and actually making sure I was busy. And realistically, things got better. Check back in the agent at the bottom. We'll have more tips for you soon. Peace.